this is a really good game to have you in on because this bot lane especially has very high value, right? Like, we look at Noah and Jun in a very high light, especially what they've done over previous years. Supa and Alvaro right now are making big waves yet again this year. So walk us through pick and ban. As you see, Jarvan already gone, Orianna gone, Nico's gone as well. High prio at the moment for first pick. We've been talking about Yunara, Azir, Varus. I've noticed as now it's actually banned away. What would you look at for first pick here?
Yeah, I mean, here right now it looks like Azir or Yunara. That'd be the classic. And then usually people are responding with either Aphelios to the Yunara or Corki. And to the Azir, people usually respond to Taliyah. So let's see. Yunara coming out from blue side.
Basic, yeah.
And you obviously just played into the Yunara Aphelios matchup, right?
Yeah.
Taking the Leona, trying to be a bit more aggressive. Is that something that you feel like you can push with Yunara, playing a little bit more aggressive into that matchup? Or do you feel like it's kind of evenly spaced?
In that matchup, Yunara usually gets prio first round, and then once Aphelios gets his gun changes, he kind of just controls the wave. So the Leona pick is more for just fighting in the river and whatnot, and she does that very well. If I wanted to pick a melee support that was a bit stronger in lane, I would say Rel would be better because I can actually peel off, and we can kind of contest the wave without fully all-inning the Aphelios on a strong gun timers. But yeah, it's just an option.
Well, this game you're not going to get anything of the sort because Caitlyn and Vi just got locked in. So we've got, I mean, a strong 2v2 building here for GX, but also all that lockdown just built on taking down Supa.
Yeah, I think actually in my game against MKOI, we played Caitlyn into Yunara.
Yeah, Caitlyn Karma,
Yeah, we had the early lead, but we couldn't hold on to it. So it's actually a valid strat. Caitlyn has pretty good interactions into Yunara because she's one of the champions that's actually going to push in Yunara, level 1, usually. And then her E is very strong into Yunara because when Yunara tries to get aggressive, Caitlyn can just E away. So it's a strong pick, but I'd like to see how they snowball it.
Taliyah gets locked in. You talked about this a little bit before. So we just get the standard mid matchup as well. But Renekton gets locked in blind here. So my curiosity is, do MKOI now have to pivot and give Myrwn, like, no Nah, maybe no Kennen? There's a lot that you need to kind of ban out here for the blind Renekton.
But it's also just interesting because you've already gotten a lot of long range there on the GIANTX side, which is something that Renekton really struggles against. So taking the Renekton early seems a little bit unusual, because for me it looks like GIANTX kind of have the opportunities to, you know, plonk Caitlyn in mid lane, come that mid game, continue to keep up the pressure and look for plays on side lanes with both the Taliyah and the Vi if they want to, like fish for picks and that. So I'm kind of surprised that they're locking in Renekton to just maybe guarantee a strong side lane, but certainly as you get towards team fights, I think he's going to struggle to close the distance onto either of these carries.
Yeah, I'd agree, but I think they just have to blind something on top. And they picked Renekton, and they know the enemy team has to respond to the Azir with a mid laner, so they can't immediately choose their Renekton counter pick then. So now they can ban out the Gnar, the Aurora, and now they have like a pretty reasonable Renekton blue side blind. So I think it's a decent strat.
Well, K'Sante gets locked in, and so just some kind of neutralizer for top. I mean, Lot has been pretty good on this K'Sante as well. We've got a lot of good K'Santes because it's a pretty good champ right now, to say the least, as MKOI thinking about how they can fish elsewhere on the map. We still need a jungler, still need a support. Busio, thoughts on how you get support partnership here? There is a thought about the Trundle here, but I'm more curious about how you kind of layer this comp together when it obviously needs a bit of engage.
Yeah, I mean, with the Yunara side, you're looking for something like a Nautilus, something, what else? Alistar's banned, so yeah. Oh, or a Lulu.
Okay.
Oh, that is interesting because now, with the support counter pick on GX side, they can pick something even stronger than Lulu, and now you just picked a Lulu to still lose lane. So it's going to be a spicy game, and I think it's going to be decided very quickly off what happens in the bot lane. Yeah, there we go. It's right. Like, you know, one Cocoon can decide the game, so this is going to be an exciting first couple of minutes.
So it's bot or not. GX are like all in on bot here, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think we picked a good game to have you along for the ride with the way things are going. So
yeah.
Whereas for MKOI, are you worried about their like lack of engage? I guess Azir kind of plays a role there. Renekton can have backline access, but are you worried about how MKOI position fights when there is so much from GX to kind of hit onto Supa, hit onto Jojo, or is Lulu is disengaged enough?
I mean, I think with their comp, they kind of just like run at them with the Lulu buffs. The enemy team comp is very like single target oriented, so I actually think if they can get onto them with like a Lulu Shirelles or something, they'll be fine. But yeah, Yeah, again, I think the game's going to be decided in 5 to 10 minutes. We're not going to get to the team fight phase with it being even.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, that's what I like to hear. All right, Busio, you're with us for those first 5-10 minutes, so you're with us for the ride.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to have you in the region alongside us as well. We can talk a lot about bot lane and what a game to have. Bot lane is Noah and Jun. What do you think about Jun as a support? Because I feel like he, last year, was in high demand. He was a hot commodity. He has been someone who's like been an excessive playmaker, especially in his Nico. Do you have any rolling thoughts into this year for that said man?
I don't know too much about him, to be honest, but...
Okay. Not too late to learn.
Yeah, but I'm about to learn now, and yeah, let's see.
Okay, well, hopefully he goes onto your threat radar. Welcome to the last game of week number 2, GX versus MKOI. And we talked a lot about standings at the start. We talked about you guys, especially, you know, now that you're 5-1. MKOI have a chance to match you. GX as well have a chance to kind of cement themselves after a very strange week number 1 as well. Obviously, MKOI are favorites here. You know, Busio, it's no hidden fact, but GX are weird, and I think the league is very weird right now because there's no really clear outstanding team outside of you guys and MKOI. G2 are a bit middling at the moment. Fnatic are up and down. GX are the same. Do you see GX as like a big threat in the league right now for you?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I know, ooh.
Okay, maybe not important. Hey, you said it, first 5-10 minutes.
Whoa, it's going crazy. Yeah, I don't really know much about GX, to be honest with you.
They're not on your
I mean, you don't really
radar.
have to, because you're sitting at the top of the table.
True.
Okay, Dagda?
Okay, we're already getting Elyoya here,
it's
though.
just what's going
Pillar,
on.
what great timing. Jun has to flash away. Chomp down gets the slow. Really early gank from Elyoya.
Yeah, and like, we didn't even touch on it, but Taliyah level 1 went bot lane to secure the bushes for GX, and now you see Elyoya
Close it up.
doing some cheese gank. As you see, everything's just about bot lane in this game.
It was also, he started off in the blue of GIANTX,
Yeah.
so Isma now doesn't really have the opportunity to stick around in this bot lane for particularly long, which means that Elyoya can clear out his bot side camps and then repeat off this wave bounce as well. So I think, yeah, we're going to get a lot more attention here in the bottom side.
Cocoon lands, and obviously Busio, the combo is Cocoon into Trap, into Caitlyn combo in like one shot, right? That's what you were alluding to before.
Yeah, and Supa's actually not playing Cleanse. So he was really investing into the level 1 power and contesting the prio. But, you know, starting level 3, you'd rather have a Cleanse in this matchup.
Okay, well, with that barrier down, only flash remains here from Supa. Quick back here from MKOI as well.
So how much does this, because we kind of quickly got to talk about it, that Jackie's coming down to the bottom side. In this Caitlyn Elise, how crucial is it for you to control those bushes on the bottom side? Like, is it like deciding the lane, or is it just enough to try and get some good poking from the get-go?
It actually can change a lot because that can influence prio, and in these kind of matchups, once you get prio, you don't really lose prio because it's 4 range champs. Not much engage on the Supa Alvaro side. I will say if red side loses prio, it's still fine because Elise can like sweep the tri-bush, walk through the river, pressure like that. She can actually E-flash and engage, but blue side, once they get pushed in, they're not going to have any lane control.
Lulu will try and do the same, but I just don't feel like it has the same impression. GX got a quick back off as well, longsword in hand. Every bit of damage from Noah does feel impactful, especially versus Boots here as Phallites are secured. I've been asking every talent that's been coming on board with us for the cast, do you think Phallites are OP like everyone else? Like, is it, where do you kind of sit with it?
What is?
Phallites, the magical...
extra vision.
I love
Oh, there's a name for them?
I was like, do you not know the name for the magical pixie dust thing in bot?
I'm like, what are you talking about? No, yes, of course it's OP. Like, it's giving you vision in a place where you don't have a ward. So, like, you can't even sweep the vision until you go way further. It's extremely
45
broken.
seconds.
Yes, it's very powerful.
Yeah. Isma's here. Let's see what damage can be done. He's just going to walk it out. And again, Supa and Alvaro paying massive caution. The wave in an okay state for Noah and Jun. I'm just kind of wondering, does Elyoya make this back here, Busio, and just head to bottom? I mean, it's all about bot, obviously, but...
Yeah, I mean, he will. That's where his first camps will be spawning. So, for sure.
So in the past, Caitlyn, like we're talking about 2-3 years ago, would very much be kind of a, hey, you either snowball and have a good time, and then you kind of get to move around the map, continue to take plates, and that's kind of what we think of quintessential Caitlyn. Do you think in the current meta, like, that is still as high priority, or do you think it's fine for her to kind of do okay and then just become a wave clear mid laner, or do you need to still have that same influx of gold from the get-go?
I mean, it's good for her to be slightly ahead of the curve. I don't think you have to like absolutely destroy the game for it to be a good pick. She actually scales quite well. I just think maybe like her 2-item spike, 1 and 2-item spike isn't quite as strong as like her 3 and 4. So
yeah,
she's strong early, and then she really wants to get to her later items.
Okay, well, nothing's happened else in bot lane, but dare I say that Cocoon comes down there to trap the combo. Busio, you called it.
Yep.
As simple as that. First blood over to Noah.
Yep. Beautiful. Lands the Cocoon. Bye-bye. That's all.
They just don't really stand a chance, do you? Especially as the squishy support. There's just nothing. I mean, Alvaro had heal, but I don't think that saves him in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't blind a Lulu in this situation.
Dominance used. Lot flashes. Big mistake. Myrwn got him before he runs out with that Ruthless Predator. But Isma's here to save the day with a Vault Breaker. Interrupts, but Myrwn gets that Q off before Lot is able to help out Isma. So it's a 1-for-1 in the end. Both top laners dead.
I think you're going to be happy with that as Myrwn, though. You end up getting that kill back. You're the one that actually gets the gold influx from the kill and the wave in a decent spot as well. So I think you're all right with how things are going.
I'm surprised that Elyoya is using this back timing from Noah and Jun after the kill to start off Dragon. But again, Isma showed on top, so I feel like this is the natural to and fro. First Dragon again for MKOI is not bad, considering that we talk so heavily about bot being a single swim for GX, and it's definitely swimming right now.
Yeah, and the crab 50-50 bot side, so Elyoya is extra happy. He will now be level 6 off the crab, I believe.
Base checking. Alvaro, not much he can do. Elyoya is going up, he's going down. Jun's looking for the pick yet again. Supa's just reset with Berserker Greaves, but I'm looking at the BF sword on Noah being a little bit more impactful. What's your first item on Elise here? Do you go Proto Belt now? Do you still...
Yeah, it depends what you want. I usually go Storm Surge because I like to one-shot people.
Nice.
But if you're trying to like play for CC, then you can go Proto Belt. But I actually like Storm Surge because even though you're on support economy, with Storm Surge plus Blood Song, you actually do enough damage to almost solo kill a carry.
Oh, yeah.
So it just gives you a lot of value. They actually have to be afraid of you.
So you're going Blood Song instead of the Zaza Rot, the...
Yes, because your Spider Q procs it.
Ah, true.
And I have a question for you guys.
Oh, no.
Alvaro is using that Lulu skin, but that's my Lulu skin, so do you think he's copying me?
Is it?
Or
oh.
what's
so
going on
my thought
here?
process was that he's already struggling to win the lane, right? But if you take the spooky skin, well, that gives you like aura, right?
Oh.
And you're just trying to like put that fear into GIANTX and maybe double think things, but I don't think it's worked out so far.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so.
A question for you after this as well. Cease and desist. Keep Super in place. But the wall is a shallow short. He just opens up a way, but Alvaro still gets flicked back, and Jun goes in. There's a kill. Number 2 over to GX in this bot lane as it's all angles down here for GX, and the turret plate going down with it.
Just play safe bot. Oh, that guy's flying.
That somehow worked. Oh, you're just trying to defend his camp, but Isma is going to say no. So Noah also, as I said, plating going to be taken. And for GX, the plan is going exceptionally well, but Jojo at least getting some gold in the meantime while Jackie's there out.
1,000 gold up on Noah at this stage. Like, he is going to be so happy with the way things are going, and it only just gets to continue, right? I mean, if you end up going for the Void Grubs, cool, but it just means that you end up isolating your bot lane even more as MKOI for more potential plays. So I think GIANTX, they kind of get to take their pick of what they want to do on the map right now.
Busio, if that's your skin, though, what's the name of it? What's the name of the skin?
That's not relevant.
Ah, okay.
Bewitching?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. I was just testing you.
Oh, sure. But it took you like 5-10 seconds to get there, man.
It's if you scrub it a bit, it just says Busio Lulu.
Oh,
Yes. And another strength of Elise is she can easily dive the ADC just 2v1, you know?
True.
So right now, they push out bot, and Elise can go anywhere because Lulu is glued to bot because she's afraid of her ADC getting dove the entire game. So, you know, Elise could be topside right now, and Lulu wouldn't have much to do.
That's a good point, actually. Do you think, as Jojo just tries shifting sands in, do you think that because Symbiotic Souls and Mobies are gone from the game, do you think it's a nerf for Elise? Or do you think you don't really care, you're just going to go Sorks? Like, it's whatever?
On Elise, I don't think it's a nerf because, yeah, you got to go Sorks. Like, if you're not dealing damage, you're going to be so useless later. You're still going to be useless, but you're going to be more useless. But Symbiotic Souls, those are fun items. A fun item. I miss it.
Yeah, I miss Mobies in general as well.
Yeah.
Second as Charm, hang on. Rather, Cocoon, repel up. Half HP in an instant. GX's bot lane. It's nice to watch the mechanics of it as well. But Supa is dodging quite a lot. I feel like the only reason he's alive again, or rather hasn't died yet, is Supa's pretty clean with it, you know?
Okay. Noah still has ult here. Do they just try to interrupt on the reset, or?
Yeah.
Go.
I mean, Elise can like run into turret and throw out her W.
Yeah.
If she had it, but yeah.
Now, Busio, I've been told we're going to let you go back to your team, but we want your analysis of like how this game's going. Is there enough speed for you for GX's bot lane? Like, is it stymied too much by MKOI? Like, how do you think this is going to proceed?
I think GX has exactly what they want with
Yep.
their draft right now. Like, this is a good lead.
Yep.
And they're probably still going to lose because if they make one mistake, they have a champion that's
Are you
useless.
speaking from experience or anything?
Yes,
with the
yes.
Caitlyn, or?
I've played many Elise games in solo queue recently. I'm so fed.
Yeah.
One team fight goes wrong, we lost, guys.
Well,
I'm
look,
useless.
they're keeping the momentum up, and Supa steps too far forward. Cease and desist. Isma flashes. He flashes for the W, but barrier was still up and available. Supa will live. Isma's down.
Yeah, missed the Q, and that is not a good time, as Isma just doesn't have the damage.
Now, before we let you go, quick question. If you've got a world skin, as flash away, hang on, stop fighting.
You're not
guys.
allowed to
Jojo
leave, Busio.
takes 2 turret shots, big mistake, flashes away, and it's going to be matched by Jack. He sends out the Weaver's Wall. Jojo's running for his life, and all he needs is a shove back the threaded volley at max range. Busio, if you won Worlds, what skin would you pick?
Oh, that's so much pressure.
It is. That's why I did it.
Oh, is it final? Is it my final decision?
Yeah, yeah.
I can never change it?
When you win Worlds, not if. When
This
you
will
win
never
Worlds,
be brought
then
up
you
again.
have to
Don't
pick
worry.
this.
I guess Bard.
That's the only right answer. Thank you so much to Busio. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You're welcome anytime. And welcome to the region.
Thank you,
Well,
thank you. Bye-bye.
yeah. Congratulations today. 5-1 is how KC finished, and MKOI looking to do the same. The early game's not been great, though. It's all out. We look towards top. Dominus has been burned, but the bigger damage is coming through from Lot. Myrwn here's a little bit, but it's K'Sante. You don't win that. However, Lot has missed so many Qs, and Myrwn has hit so many roundabout Qs. All it takes is one more bit of damage. Lot doesn't have flash, neither does Myrwn. The flip dodged away, the end of the wall, so close, but Myrwn should have it. All he needs is that rage to get back up as Lot has to run back to his turret. Myrwn knows he has the kill if that K'Sante comes back.
That rage, given the empowered Q heal to Myrwn, was clutch, because the shield from Lot was just enough to keep him topped up, so both top laners going to step away. But this game has been all about fighting. Everyone on the map getting involved.
That's why I'm glad GX drafted like they did. And it's so funny that top is just as explosive as well on a K'Sante, but it's kind of both these top laners right now. So, Dagda, state of the game, 2.5k gold lead. GX found themselves everything they wanted in bot and more. Stormrazor first, 2,000 alone on Noah. So Supa and Alvaro are just on their own isolated little island and just has to try and catch up a little bit here while Noah and Jun being moved to the top side to find their next turret.
Yeah, I mean, turret plates not disappearing means that Caitlyn just gets to farm more turret plates, right? So Noah going to be happy to just move around the map here. And I think, as Busio was already saying, the fact that this accelerated is insane. Stormrazor's already picked up another BF sword item on the way. Like, Noah is going to hit like a truck when he gets these headshots. And you've so many ways of organizing that. The Vi gives you an option to get the trap down. Same with the Elise. So I think Noah is just going to start one-tapping people soon.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, all it takes is one cocoon as Ace in the hole on the Supa. He's at half HP again. Jun is looking for an angle. He has a Hextech Goldenator, so the burst from this Elise is going to be exactly what you expect as Isma, seen on a ward, now sees enemy jungler in Elyoya. Has to run it back because GX, their bot lane is moving down. Supa, by the way, just took Piltover Peacemaker, and that hit him for way too much damage. They're controlling this topside jungle with ease. 3.3k, by the way. Noah is single-handedly, with Jun, I should say, taking this game under his wing. Q's going to come again. Oh!
Just a bit shy. Again, though, like, you can see how many members of GIANTX are up here. Alvaro going to get his back are interrupted, and as long as Alvaro isn't actually able to get up into this top side, it just enables Caitlyn even more. Like, Supa cannot stand here alone. Busio was already talking about the dive potential from the Elise. So Noah going to be able to take his second turret of the game here for GIANTX.
Solo as well. Now all it is mid. I mean, this is really clean from GX's early game, how they're rotating. Dagda keeps pointing to the gold. It's 2.8k, you're right. You're right to point at it.
It's a silly amount of gold.
It's a silly amount of gold at 14 minutes, but like, you know what I love is a lot of the time in LEC, I think we get drafts that are just like, yeah, we'll just chill and scale, and like both teams will shake hands. We'll go to a 35-minute game. GX literally said, you know what? We're gonna try and win this, as Busio said, first 10-15 minutes, and then make the game unplayable for MKOI. He also said one mistake and it's over, and he said when they make a mistake, not if. So I don't know about his faith in GX, but the point being is that, like, it's not a boring draft, it's a really exciting draft. GX are executing on it as Lot versus Myrwn happens again. Dominus comes out, but Isma's here. Ain't fair this time. All out, buffered by a Vault Breaker. But Myrwn, that means he just gets to eat through the wave. However, the season says makes it so. Isma gets the kill, and that ain't a fair 1v1 anymore.
Yeah, Myrwn didn't stand a chance. Too many knockarounds, and he gets knocked down. And now Noah...
Guess who's fed?
He's a big PvE fan this game, because... oh, maybe not now.
Is he isolated though? Noah went too far by himself. He's got the barrier up and available. Super Phil to take the 1v1, but Isma's also here on the wing. You see Jojo was also angling in from the left side of the map, but unable to get anything. Ace in the hole on Supa. He gets a bit of a shield. There was decent damage from Noah, so in a 1v2, Noah still held his own a bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the net would have been back up momentarily as well,
Yeah.
so potential for a headshot, I think, is why Supa ended up backing away.
Jackies.
And Jackie's, I mean, he's safe. Like, this is kind of the downside of the draft that MKOI had. You're heavily reliant on the Shurellias for the speed up, for a Trundle to get a pillar, for your chase down to start fights. That means Jackie's is completely fine when he has Ghost to just walk away from a Trundle who doesn't have any sort of speed up. So in this sort of situation, it's much more difficult for MKOI to find picks, and it is kind of a, hey, let's hope that GIANTX overextend on a play and we can actually turn it around.
They can turtle it out if GX get held at 3.5k, 4k where they are now, but I was going to go into how maybe MKOI can find some kind of salvation in this mid game, but Herald just got picked up. That'll open up mid for Noah, and then we go next.
But I think this is a real test for GIANTX, because if you think back to last year, the biggest problem we had with this team was their inability to be clean in the mid game, to play around leads, to pick up on side lanes, and this is kind of the game where you have to be able to achieve that. You have to be able to play around Noah. Make sure you're setting up your vision correctly, not getting picked off, and we'll have to see if GIANTX are going to be able to achieve that, as there's a lot of members around this mid lane. GIANTX really want to try and break this last outer turret.
Herald would do so, but I feel like GIANTX want to use it maybe to go for inners. When I said go next before, I mean like go next turrets, because it's about breaking inners, Dagda. I think that's going to be really the test for this comp, right? Out is very easy to approach here with how Isma's been playing, but it's that next wave of turrets that is harder to approach themselves. Elyoya going deep.
I think MKOI are basically just trying to play off the window before Noah has that Infinity Edge completed.
Yep.
Like, Caitlyn got changed as well, so we're scaling with the crits are pretty damn nice.
Yeah.
But at the moment, you haven't had a chance to reset. Now, GIANTX are still picking up the wins, right? Dragon and stuff is there, but MKOI haven't found that play that they need because GIANTX are defending well, and now on his next back, Noah will have that Infinity Edge, so the potential for that one shot, if you get caught underneath the tower by an Elise Cocoon or by Isma, suddenly becomes that much higher.
Jackie's finds a flick back. Jojo, one of the shifting sands into that as well. Jojo's actually been farming a Storm, and you know, over these last couple of weeks of LEC returning, there's been criticism for Jojo in lanes, but also for how aggressive he plays. It can work. He's flipping coins a little bit. But this game, he's been really clinical. 200 CS at 17.5 minutes, or 18, I should say. And Dagda, Jackie's has been paying attention to bot. Like, he made that bot roam. Jojo punished it, and he's been farming really well on side. So if there is hope in this game that they'll get to a point where they can fight, I mean, Jojo will probably be it as he's heading towards Ryla's next.
Yeah, it's going to be a little wobbly. Like, you have only just completed an item for Jojo, and it's 2 items completed for now. Like, and now it's mid lane tower down, which has only accelerated that goal in towards Noah as well, and you didn't use that Rift Herald, which you called in.
Yeah.
For GIANTX, these are the kind of plays that you can now start to make. Force into the enemy jungle, look for picks. You can have Caitlyn with the long range ult as well.
Smite goes down. That was Elyoya who got it, I believe, as well. Cocoon a little bit short. Isma goes in anyway. Elyoya pops the subjugate and backs away. GIANTX just trying to take what they can as they retreat from enemy jungle. You look towards bot. Nothing happening there outside of Lot and Myrwn just fighting it out, but because of where Myrwn is, it means nothing else can happen. I was going to wait for the all out. Meaning the bot jungle is safe for now, but Dagda, it is difficult that I don't trust, but what are you going to tell me next?
Yeah, it's just I want to highlight basically how you can try and play with this Caitlyn Elise now, because you've already established all this vision in the top side, right? And we already kind of see GIANTX trying to control that area. And the reason is you can play for picks with Elise over this wall.
Okay.
Just constantly playing for picks underneath the tower. And what that also means is as you push in mid, you can then rotate up towards this top side as well with the Caitlyn. And if GIANTX ever try and commit towards you as well, they've got to try and take this long route back through their own jungle to match up on towards this top side. And I think this is where a lot of that pressure is going to come from GIANTX. It's positioning Elise literally here. And she just wants to sit in this area the whole time with Fog of War and just throw cocoons out. If you end up connecting onto Alvaro Supa under the tower, fantastic, you one-shot. If not, well, great, you rotate across here, keep all this control, and make it impossible for MKOI to defend all these different turrets.
Speaking of defending a turret, good pillar out. Elyoya stops the punch in as... Look, it is defense in top, but look at what's happening mid. It enables Giants to get access, and you're talking about controlling that vision, Dagda. That jungle is still dark. MKOI had to run around in the safe route, but three plates down, rather. And gold is, what, 5K? What am I looking? 4.1, sorry. Eyesight a little shallow.
But I do think that was a little impatient from GIANTX. Again, like, you can play off of these timing windows where you push in the wave. GIANTX have to go and collect, and then you rotate up with Caitlyn to put down that Rift Herald as well.
Yeah.
Now, you don't get the value out of the Rift Herald. You don't actually get the tower in mid lane, and you're kind of giving MKOI a chance to catch waves and see if they can farm up into the game. Now, you are still very much in the lead, but it's these kind of little mistakes that we were talking about with GIANTX that they don't always have the cleanest mid game.
That's why I was saying before, like, I don't know if I believe, because I'm worried about, you know, sometimes we'll get worried about LEC teams running this draft, a riskier draft. It's exciting, but it's still riskier. But hell, it's too early for me to be concerned. I still see an Infinity Edge on Noah, 3,000 gold. Even though it's being matched with 2 items on the other side, I mean, IE and Storm Razors ain't too bad to look at a Caitlyn who's level 12 as well. Now Baron has just spawned. The benefit of Baron being earlier in the spawn is that for GX they can use this lead and try and get MKOI to approach with that lack of vision Dagda, and that would also be a way to pick off. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I think it's the lack of control that they have on side lanes against Myrwn that was hurting them.
That is...
Lot hasn't gone for the traditional Iceborne Gauntlet build that you see into the Renekton, which is kind of where this matchup flips heads, because he needs to be worried about the AP damage that's going to come through from Jojo. It means that he's not winning out as heavily as you'd like.
Yeah.
Myrwn has the XP level, starting to get control on sides, and it's giving MKOI a window where they can play with that Fog of War that they've established on this bottom side. I think that's where GIANTX, you can see here, you know, not having the control of the wave.
Jun missed his cocoon. He repels up. MKOI is still there, but Isma's setting up as well. TP coming in. Meanwhile, Jackie is fighting with Myrwn, who's just solo carrying in the 1v1. Jackie says to run away, but he's on the wrong side of Summoner's Rift. Here's Jojo, but interrupted. A bigger wall approaches. Jojo gets the shutdown, and GIANTX for the first time are getting contested at this objective.
MKOI doing a good job of playing off Myrwn's pressure. Now, he's sitting on a ward.
Over the wall, Isma is going to find his target. There's a cocoon to layer up as well with a quick pick, but Myrwn gets wild growth. He eats over the wall, and they need to kill him. Eventually they do, but for GIANTX, it's 4 versus 4. While Lot can't get past the pillar, it's shutdown after shutdown for Jojo. And MKOI, the dragon, still sits there ready for their approach.
There's still a lot of damage that can come out from GIANTX. Noah's still healthy. MKOI getting lower, but he needs a front line. Isma has to go in. He has that flash engage if he wants to use it.
If Noah dies, this game seems scary. No ultis on MKOI, getting poked out. Noah happy to play with range. Jojo's the one who's healthy enough, but they go, no, we cannot give up the game and give more gold over to GIANTX. Dragon will be given. GIANTX will move to 3, but a close call for a team that has been in the gutter all game long.
Yeah, MKOI nearly able to turn that one around. GIANTX were taking these fights in positions where Noah really couldn't set up to follow up on that engage. Like you saw it, where Myrwn gets a lot invested into him in this replay, but you don't actually have that control. So Myrwn, great job here. This is what we're talking about. That push in bot side, letting him play with Fog of War. He gets the engage on Jackie's and sets up with Jojo for the kill. But watch here, right? As Myrwn ends up going up, it's a good ward from Jun to spot out the flank. This is how MKOI would like to play with the Renekton. But ult, the cocoon, Myrwn is not one-shot because Noah only gets a couple of shots off onto him there. And then the fight is dragged away from Noah once more. So, but Supa is free hitting this whole time. So you're getting value from MKOI.
Okay, thanks for us. Really well played, guys. Really good. Yeah, I did good.
Okay. Well, see if comms stay that positive. Dagda, 1.8k gold lead for Jojo. Third item close to being picked up. And he picked up double shutdown in that last fight. The concern is that both Myrwn and Jojo are now in a very good position as Isma still stealing away camps. Myrwn at level 16 is going to take a while to die. Ace in the hole will help out, though. And Noah still does one truckload of damage with the Lord Dominic's regard.
He took a little bit less time than I expected to go down. So.
There was damage. And 45 seconds, Baron is up. GX, how quickly do they do it as they kick it off?
There's no trap line set up. So MKOI going to see if they can try and get in. Isma off on the side, though, still has that ultimate available. Little invested for GIANTX for that pick.
He's trying to bait it. Jojo's going to walk in first. Weaver's wall sets on up. Isma pulls the ulti, but he's so deep. He presses the button he shouldn't. The no button. Isma ran in for the shutdown, and now mid's open.
Elyoya's pillar was clutch there. He stopped Jackies from taking the Weaver's wall, which meant the Vi ended up completely isolated on the play. But Elyoya now taken low.
It's not done yet. Lot tries to run on in as Jojo from the side is who I'm watching onto Noah, but he gets flicked back. The Azir down, and Noah gets the free hit. MKOI ran up after getting the turret, confident as ever, but Jackie's is on the chase. Another seismic shove soon to come up. Flash cocoon, but Jun gets the flash instead out of Supa. MKOI felt resilient after play, but GX still have Noah.
Myrwn still putting the pressure onto them, though. MKOI still want to threaten, but it's, I mean, MKOI just some great decision-making at points, working out from the fights, but Jackie's getting one back onto Jojo. This game is nuts.
It is. Testar is hello. Ow. Still a lot of damage there. Let's look at the replay, though, because Dagda, you called it.
But watch, yeah, Elyoya's pillar here prevents Jackie's from coming through, which means that Isma is completely isolated because nobody can follow up. So really good job from the MKOI jungler to set that play up. But here, Jackie's actually just getting some decent flicks to set things up. And Jojo kind of stunning himself, but here, the reposition from Jackie's using that Rylaze guarantees the flick. Noah able to follow up onto the MKOI mid laner. And this is where GIANTX constantly rallying after this initial engage from MKOI and finding those picks back.
It's a good call out. I didn't even see the pillar, but that's a fantastic stop. MKOI, Trundle was a beast with his CC. Thank you so much, Nicholas. Noah is actually good. Wow, didn't expect that. Yo, Jelly, you need to watch more games, okay? We have been here before. This is not the first time highlighting Noah, but the draft set him up. He's simply slam dunking the ball. Now almost with 4 items as we're going to get a rapid fire cannon soon enough to build on range. But Dagda, what I want to point out is 115 to the Dragon. Mountain Soul gives a shield to Xante, but even more importantly, to those carries for survivability. GIANTX are trying to play with that advantage that leads to Soul Point and say, hey, we can also start up this Baron that MKOI are not privy to.
Yeah, and that's the way you want to try and play with a Caitlyn like this is establish yourself in one side of the river, put down those traps, set up the line and say, right, you guys now have to try and break through this. And it's very difficult, especially for a team, again, that has little CC on their side. GIANTX are playing well with this, though. Just constantly keeping up the pressure. But it's MKOI has control over the lanes. MKOI's getting control of the jungle, and there's another pillar!
Jackie's caught up by it. He flashes away, but Elyoya is still on his tail. The chop slows him down. The rest of GIANTX have to help out, but MKOI, as well as having mid control, now have pro over this Baron. A couple of wards they have to fish out there, Dagda, but GIANTX, their mid laner, has now no flash.
Yeah, MKOI are playing this very patiently. One of the things you can do with Trundle is ultimate onto a squishy because it just reduces all of the resistances to 0 and essentially you can one-shot them, but Elyoya not wanting to overcommit, knowing that Dragon is now up and it's MKOI who control the area.
3-item Croc sits in the mid lane, looking to zone off. Lot's going to run into River first, so Myrwn's only coming from behind as GIANTX trying to approach now. MKOI start this off only softly, though, as Jackie's look for a pick, and 2 members of GX look up, the rest look down. Look at Jojo here, starting to poke that tank, but the tank can heal. GIANTX, they've got a GA on Isma as well to send it on in. Front to back, they begin. Jojo steps up, but he's at half HP already. Isma pulls the trigger. The Weaver's Wall comes in, not stopped this time around. A great shove from Jojo, but an even better flick from Jackie's. Meanwhile, Noah's approaching, and he's untouched yet again. Yes, GA popped onto Isma, but GIANTX are happy to consistently push the fight. Alvaro in harm's way, harm's range, and flicked back into Noah's face. GIANTX will take 2, and now the Dragon Soul surely belongs to them.
The target selection from GIANTX was perfect. Jojo, the 3-item Azir, didn't get to play the game, immediately taken out. And GIANTX will net themselves the soul afterwards. It's a great engage. Isma pushing forward, jumps onto Jojo, the flash forward from Lot, everything to make sure he couldn't get to play, even with Alvaro using the wall growth. And Noah, good again, set up on the traps, denies any sort of entrance from Myrwn, so the GIANTX just get to play down. And Noah, the damage is there, alongside a flick from Jackie's to pick off Alvaro, and now establish themselves at the Baron as well.
Well, Baron's going to have no contest. Elyoya is in the vicinity, but how he approaches is beyond any business. Jun's looking for him, Jackie's too. The damage that came from Noah was enough, and slowly GIANTX are just going to take this down. Baron, 6,000 plus gold now, and a Mountain Soul. It's about this onslaught, it's about finishing off the game, because GIANTX, they had us doubting at, I guess, minor points, but everything else has been beautifully executed.
It just seems so difficult for MKOI to play the game at this stage. Like, Caitlyn, fantastic when she comes towards the sieges. Same when you look towards Taliyah. And with the Baron up now, and almost full items on the Caitlyn, like, you're in a very good spot.
We're getting towards potentially GA, who knows what we get last, but regardless, Noah still hasn't been killed in this game. You see how hard it is from MKOI to get past that Taliyah. You know, we did talk about it in draft. The Pebbles, we called it, the Unraveled Earth, is such good zone control that MKOI haven't found a way to get through.
GIANTX continuing to put pressure on towards his bottom side. And as Noah couldn't get up towards the 7th item now, thanks to the changes, Caitlyn only becoming more terrifying when she gets a headshot, and Elyoya might be on the business end at one soon. He's just trying to hover in the bush here, deny GIANTX any sort of entry. But the range on GIANTX making it miserable for MKOI to play into.
Wave's just applying that pressure as well. All it takes is one more hit and that mid turret's gone. Jun gets a cocoon, but he's by himself, so he proto belts out, and Busio would be happy. There is a Storm Surge there as well, but Jackie's isolated. Jojo pulls for the play, but a flash again. Good seismic shot back. Jackie's returned some damage, but meanwhile, Bot is getting caressed. This is a beautiful push in. GIANTX have just weaved that tempo in nicely.
And this is just going to go immediately. You've so much damage on the GIANTX side. Jun playing, hovering out of vision, seeing if anyone in MKOI steps that little bit too close, as the wave will be escorted in by Jackie's to make sure GIANTX can keep up the pressure.
Noah, you can see he's using his headshot when he gets his rapid fire cannon and then just walks towards someone like Elyoya. Boom. Headshot, 1/8 of his health gone, and now Weaver's Wall to get on out. GIANTX have found themselves a Myrwn on the flank, and Jackie's there to try and take him down. Noah gets stunned up and a pillar as well, but they can't kill him. He flashes out of harm's way, and now he pulls out the ulti, as GIANTX still have 4 or 5 members standing. MKOI get flicked around, and I'm talking about Jojo as he goes golden. It's the finishing touch, it's a trap on his head. Noah steps back in, and Supa might kill him, but Noah takes him to the grave alongside. MKOI have 2 left alive. Double inhibitors drop. Baron in hand. The minions are going to close this game out. Lot is TPing on the spot. And GIANTX, with an innovative, beautiful draft, have shown that even in the LEC, we can execute incredible stuff to be highlighted here at the end of week 2.
Great read on the draft from GIANTX, and once again, it is the bot lane for GIANTX that is shining.